Most Australians want to age in the comfort and familiarity of their own home. To help them do this, care providers are developing new tools and services that support independent living as we age. We're going to learn more about this with the help of my mum Nola, who has volunteered to take part in a home sensor pilot. Data from these small sensors will create a picture of my mum's daily routine and enable her support network, that is my sisters and I, to be alerted to any potential problems. This new monitoring system is being developed by IRT Group, Fibre Optic Design and Construct and Microsolve right here in the Illawarra. It could give older Australians like my mum more confidence to live independently at home for longer. I sat down with Mum and the sensor experts to find out more about this exciting technology. So Stephen, why is IRT piloting this technology?
We're passionate about keeping people in their homes as long as we possibly can, and this technology gives them assurance because it's non-invasive monitoring, and it provides their family with some assurance that they're still up and about and around the house.
In each of the devices there are up to 9 sensors. So some of the sensors include temperature sensing, movement, light, and those different sensors are able to give us information about a person's movements in the house. So we can put these sensors on a cupboard door, say a pantry door in a kitchen, and that will tell us a few things about that kitchen. It'll tell us that the door has been opened and closed. It'll tell us that the light has entered the cupboard and that the temperature in the kitchen is an acceptable temperature for somebody to be getting around in. It's not too hot or cold, or the stove's been left on and the room's heated up, or there's some sort of problem. So each of the sensors is able to give us all sorts of information to tell us that things are okay in a person's house.
So Mum, why did you volunteer to participate in this trial?
I think it's a good idea to have the sensors in your home, particularly as I'm an oldie and I don't know what the future holds, and at least my family know on a daily basis that I'm okay, that if I'm not okay they will find out.
At the moment what we're doing is setting rules. Say for example that the pantry that's behind me here, it might open 5 times a day in a normal routine. So we set the rules for that pantry door to say if it's opened 5 times a day, we don't want to know about it. But if it's not opened at all during the day, we'd like an SMS message to be sent to that person's family to say the door wasn't opened and we would expect it to be opened 5 times. So the family member can call up the person under care and see if there's any problem, or if there's no answer, it might mean that there's a visit necessary because that normal routine's been broken.
For the family member, it's good for them to know that nothing unusual is happening.
Okay.
So they can ring up and talk about the netball game rather than, are you still okay, Mum?
So we're trialling these devices in various environments, some of them commercial and some of them in people's homes. And we're also trying to make it a very cost-effective device. As we said, these are battery-powered devices. We need to make it stand-alone so that it isn't interfered with by a person's own broadband service at home or the power at the person's house, but also keeping it cost-effective so that people can install these without having to break the budget.
I think it's very exciting because lots of elderly people get stressed about how long they're going to be able to stop in the family home, and this way they can possibly stop longer in their home with these sensors letting their family know if there's a problem.